Pure distraction. Anyway, again, hi. Don't have much battery, so I'm just gonna make this really quick. My name is San. If this is your first time watching my video, I live in Jamaica, and I just wanted to share my awakening story because I feel like a lot of people may be going through this, especially on the island, and they might not be aware that it might be an awakening. It could be other things, but it might very much well be an awakening. First of all, I didn't know anything about spiritual awakening. I didn't know anything about a lot of things that I know I'm aware of. Like, for instance, I'm a Reiki practitioner. I'm actually a Reiki master right now. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't even know that was a thing in Jamaica. I grew up in a Christian home. My grandfather is a bishop. My grandma is an evangelist. And Christianity is the religion that I grew up in on both sides, everywhere. Back, front, left, up, down, right around the board, right? So I didn't know anything about this stuff. And to be honest, I knew it was like, you'd see like tarot readers online. It's something that I would like stay away from because they associate it with witchcraft, and so did I. So, um, yeah, pretty much just regular person who's living their life and everything. I can't give you dates because that would mean I have to like pause and think about it. But I think it's been about like 3 years now since I've been on this journey to remembering myself and reawakening to my full potential. And it hasn't been all rainbows and butterflies and sunshine, because spiritual awakening is not something that feels doesn't always feel good. It can look like depression, it can look like constant panic attacks, it can look like anxiety, and it can also look like your life is literally falling apart. It can look like a lot of like tower moments, just everything just going to SHITS. I'm not sure if I can say the actual words I'm going to spell. Alright, so let's get into the story. So I had a client, I can use her name. Her name is Sherman Brown. I used to be a beauty esthetician, and I had these clients, and we became like really close because she would always come for her wax appointments and her lash appointments. And one time she come and she said to me if I believe in astrology or something like that. I always kind of took a liking to astrology, not really like deep astrology, but like, oh, I'm a Taurus, so I operate like this, or zodiacs and so. I thought it was fascinating, but that's as far as I went. She asked me what I thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah, I love that, yeah, girl. And so she said, what do I think about past life? If I thought about if I believe in past lives, and I was like, I guess I don't know, I guess my belief was it wasn't. I didn't have like a very sturdy belief, even though I grew up in a Christian home. I guess I was always open and receptive to like learning more. Like I was always curious. So she kept showing me these videos of people getting regressed to visit to go into their past lives and stuff, right? And she kept asking me if I watched them. No, I didn't. I wasn't watching them. I was like, oh yeah, that's cool. Every time she came to her appointment, we would watch one, and then she'd say, "You can go man watch these." And I never did. But I remember one time she came in and I watched a specific regression that was happening, and it just hit something inside of me, and I said, I want to do this. Like, I need to get regressed. I need to have this experience. Because what I think something that the person went through, it just connected to me, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it just grabbed my attention. So it worked out that I actually ended up getting regressed by the same person who was regressing the videos I was watching. And if you want to watch my regression, it's on YouTube. Wait, is it? Crap, I might need to actually. Damn, I'm not sure if it's on my YouTube, but yeah, I need to get away to post it on my channel. But anyway, I did get regressed, and I went back into a lifetime, and I saw some of the traumas. I got a lot of insights and a lot of information from it, and that was the beginning of my reawakening, because that regression was like the let's go. After that regression, everything just changed. My entire life just changed. Nostalgia. Um, let's talk about the fun part that I guess people like. The gifts that we incarnate with. We all incarnate with gifts. They're very different. Everybody incarnate with different gifts. I incarnated with just the ability to sense people's energy, to work with energy, to feel, to know. I'm clairvoyant, I'm claircognizant. I have all the clairs. If you don't know what clairs are, you can Google them. Clairsentient, so I'm highly empathetic. Empathic, whatever. I'm highly spiritual, right? Psychic abilities, just a lot. I incarnated with a lot of these gifts, and then I got later insight as to why I incarnated with them. You know, in my lineage, I have work to do. I have work to do on the planet and so forth. Sharing my story, which is what I'm doing right now, because a lot of people on the island, um, they still have like a lot to learn. Just like myself, I have a lot to learn. So it wasn't like a really good ride. Like when the gifts started coming online, I felt very much ungrounded. Like I felt like I was kind of going crazy, kind of ish. Let's just be honest and say I felt like I was going crazy because I didn't have anybody to ask what was happening to me. I also didn't know what was happening to me. Let me explain what was happening to me. I was hearing, I was feeling everybody's energy, and that made me very anxious. Like I was just always had a lot of anxiety, and I could like if I was inside my home and I had like I started buying crystals. I had my crystals. I felt fine. The minute I step outside, I could feel every single thing. And that was a lot for me. Like coming online, um, even like my body acclimating to the crystals, I could feel that, and that was like intense for me because I was feeling a lot. So it was a lot for me emotionally. And so one of the things that I had to do was I had to like keep grounding. I had to like keep grounding myself. Literally, like I would be outside in the dirt, like with my feet in the ground because I didn't know who to ask for help or anything. And my friend was there, the same person who introduced me, Charmaine, and we were going through it together. So it was just us. And I just thought, you know, you go online and they say just ground your energy. So I'd be outside in the dirt, just like standing there. I remember one night I was outside until like 2 o'clock because it was so much activity, like in my crown chakra and in my third eye. I literally felt like I was just gonna like have like a break. Um, so that was one of the things that helped me. And as I guess before I incarnated, then you know you kind of knew what's gonna happen, and so I knew I would have the knowledge that during this time, just ground your energy. That's all you need to do. And I had to keep doing that for a long time. It felt like a very lonely journey as well because you start to like open up to truths. You're like, oh, this is what happened, and oh, this isn't really what it is, and you're having this experience, but it's different. You know, you've had many lifetimes. These people, you've shared many experiences with these people, and so you have to learn unconditional love, and you have to learn how to forgive, and you have to learn how to heal and move on and transmute, and you have to learn how to discern. And it's like a lot that's coming online. So it was very intense, and it was a lot for me. Oh, I forgot the camera is not straight. So I remember going through like a period of what felt like depression, but that was just, what would you call it? Dark night of the soul for me. That's like we're going to use that word. It's like when you go through this phase of you have to allow your body to shed the old self, like the self that I used to be before. And you have to like start loving yourself more and forgiving people, and you have to learn, and it's a bunch of work, y'all. It's a bunch of lessons and stuff. But when you come out of that phase and you connect with the light that is already inside of you that you just need to learn how to connect with, it's so beautiful. I'm telling you. And as you go on the journey and you keep learning more stuff and you keep meeting people, because that's the thing, you start to vibrate at a different frequency. So you start to connect with people who are like minded. And the journey never ends. That's another thing. The journey never ends. It's going to be, well, even when you transition and you exit this physical realm, the journey never ends. It's a continuous cycle. So it's a journey that we're on that just keeps going. So I'm at a different phase than somebody else, and that person's at a different phase that I am. So I'm learning a bunch of stuff, and I'm sharing, and I'm giving, and I'm, recreating and all this fun stuff. The crystals are fun, and the tarot cards are fun now because you know what they are, you know. The channel is fun, the connecting to the interdimensional beings, that's fun. The working with the energy centers, that's fun. The healing is fun. The light is fun. The love is fun. The laughter is fun. The tears are fun. The releasing is fun. The forgiving is fun. And even when the forgiving, it gets really hard and intense and it's heartbreaking and it's, you know, like it tears you apart. When you get to the other side, it's fun. Like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I went through that, right? So life becomes more fun because you know now that you're whatever is happening to you, it's happening to you for a reason. So it's kind of like a game, but I don't mean to use the word game in a very careless way. You look at it like, oh, that's why I went through that, and that's why I need to learn that. I have so much stuff to learn right now. Like, I need to learn balance. I need to learn balance in my life right now, and I need to learn how to love self deeper on a deeper soul level. um, I still have like so much on my plate that I need to learn, but I'm embracing that. So if you feel as though you're going through a spiritual awakening or a reawakening, or if you just feel drawn to the video, or if you just feel drawn to metaphysical things, like explore it. Like, it's okay to be curious. This doesn't have like a box. There is no right or wrong as a spiritual being. It's not like a religion. It's not like a, you know, there's no rules. You're just, everybody's a spiritual being. Some people just deny it. So I would say the difference between religion and spirituality is, maybe that's for a different life. Let's keep this light. Oh, let's do that. um, if you're drawn to the video and you feel as though you're having a spiritual awakening, and you want to like know more, just follow, subscribe. You can find me on Instagram at Reiki _spot or um, San _Tavia. Um, I offer services as well. You know, I gotta say that, baby. I gotta say that. So I offer chakra alignments, full Reiki attunement. I'm a channeler. I offer guidance. I have a therapy. Baby, I could do anything. So if you have questions and if you feel drawn to the video, connect. Don't be afraid to connect. If it's even just watching the content, or you know, posing a question, hey, what do you think about this? I think I might be going through it, or you know, what do you suggest? How can I'm here to help. That's the thing. That's the one I need to say. I'm here to help however I can. And I'll do my best to respond. And I have a 1 year old, so I do my best to respond when I have time. But that's all I have for now. I hope that you um, are taking it easy on yourself, and yeah, have a beautiful lifetime, right? Love you, and take care.